Pre-visualization is what they have when they're not done visualization in a movie.
Visualizing.
That's a technical term from the folks in Hollywood.
Vuvuzelating.
A full clip of an unfinished version of the pod race scene in Star Wars Episode 1 popped up online.
Yep.
And it's hilarious, so we're all going to watch it together right now.
Let's do this.
It's working! Is it?
Maybe it's not.
Show it. Oh my God.
Man. Okay. This is probably my favorite N64 game right here. That's not even Jake Lloyd, right? That's just a kid. God, this looks so good. And then every now and then you see some hands from the 1970s. The announcers are still there, but they're in a drawing.
They look like a Tim and Eric sketch. I uploaded stuff like this to Newgrounds when I was 14.
Look at, I just really... So basically this is to comp out the... man, I don't even know what to...
Oh, I love the concept art there. Like,
yeah, the Sebulba drawing.
And then meanwhile, they've got like some of this is puppets. You just get a sense of like, what were they doing with this movie?
Yeah.
I mean, Phantom Menace gets a lot of crap for being mostly CG. But look at that, they made Ahmed Best wear a stupid hat. But no, there is actually, I would say there's more practical effects in Episode 1 than there are in most of the rest of the
Check out that
film.
Sebulba puppet, by the way.
The Sebulba puppet is great.
He is awesome looking. He's got, like, you can actually see moments where this could have been a more interesting movie, and you can also see the blueprints for exactly why this was a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like, you can really, because there was no footage like this exists for the original Star Wars. That is this 17 different mediums. This looks like a collage class,
Yeah, I mean, they were trying new stuff, and arguably
There's the Army Man from Toy Story.
There's that drawing model you bought for your first art class. Wow, yeah, I mean, arguably this did kind of pave the way for, I mean, it's ILM trying new stuff and trying to really push the boundaries of melding CG and practical effects, but I'd say there's a little bit too much CG and not enough practical effects. They actually built a lot of the pod racers. Like, there's a lot of, there are physical components there. And there are actual crowds full of people dressed like aliens, and it's really cool. But then you've also got this stuff that looks like a scene from, Reboot or Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah, watching this kind of get scripted out, I still don't see any universe where this was a good idea. Like, I understand the idea of a pod race and sort of like...
See, look at that. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's Star Wars right there, right? But then he shoots at, he shoots at Mario Kart 64 down there.
I'm really curious, who's that kid who's not Jake Lloyd, who's a little bit older than Jake Lloyd?
I don't know, but I can promise you he's had a very happy life because no one's been yelling at him about this movie for 20 years.
Oh my God, what is that? This is great.
Yeah, this is real gorgeous. So yeah.
Would you watch a whole movie that looked like this?
Maybe. Like, I watched the show Reboot.
But here comes young Skywalker. It would still be annoying. Poor old Ben Quaternaros is he's lost a whole wheel from the side of his car.
God, I love the CG Watto they threw in there. It's just, man. Steven Velasquez on Twitter says Sebulba should be back in Episode 8. I'm a big fan of that. Sebulba didn't die. I mean, he just kind of his pod kind of got hurt.
Now here's the thing. I got this whole theory about like Vader. I like the idea that we know that he becomes evil because he's so angry and he's so fearful, and he goes back and he kills a bunch of Tusken Raiders. If you're reading the Star Wars Darth Vader comic, which you should, it's super good. There's a part where he's basically like, yo, I gotta do some errands on Tatooine. I'm gonna swing by the Tusken Raider village and kill a bunch of them because they killed my mom.
Yep.
I like the idea that Anakin Skywalker has the high school nerd grudge against everybody who was mean to him as a kid, and then he went back and just tortured Sebulba relentlessly. And he's just like, Trascruti Digodopot, Slaymo. Bantha Poodoo.